just how messy it can be. Anyone who knows me would call me a shopaholic with no hesitation. On weekends, my big adventure of the day would be running out to the mall and window shopping or trying on different outfits. I very seldom bought anything, as most of our family's income went towards food and bills, but it's always nice to look. There I was in Saks Fifth Avenue with my little Emily, who was now just 26 months old and in her first week of potty training, when a pair of $348 black silk Prada dress pants leapt off the rack and led me to a change room. Now, I would never spend that on a pair of pants myself, but just had to see how they would look on me. They were a perfect fit, and as I turned my body from left to right, my eyes would stay glued to the mirror, admiring myself in the pants from all sides. You see, what made trying to potty train Emily on my own without a plan so frustrating was that I had no idea how to make her tell me when she needed to go potty. While my eyes were fixed on the mirror, Emily quietly had an accident all over the changing room floor without me even noticing. I unbuttoned the pair of Prada pants and immediately wished life had an undo button as I watched them fall down in the puddle of pee surrounding the change room floor. Needless to say, not knowing exactly how to potty train my child ended up costing me not just $348 on a new pair of pee-soaked pants, but total and utter embarrassment. I will admit, at that point, all I wanted to do was cry. Instead, I used my pain to light a fire within me and decided to find out exactly how to quickly potty train any child so Emily would never have an accident in public again. With my newly found motivation and stumbling upon my discovery between parents who used pull-ups compared to those who didn't, I knew that my daycare created the perfect setting to experiment with what actually works when potty training and what doesn't. What clicked in my mind one day is that for years, potty training had been one big puzzle. You know how the picture will look in the end, a potty trained child, but have such a hard time solving the puzzle because you're not sure what pieces are needed or how they fit together. For the next 3 months with Emily, I tried every possible tip, trick, and method out there. During this time, I faced countless accidents, and it easily became the most challenging, frustrating, and embarrassing time in my career as a mother. It wasn't until Emily reached 29 months old she became fully potty trained. By that time, I'd filled up an entire old leather notebook, jam-packed with all the notes I had taken during my first attempt ever at potty training. In addition to my own findings, I was receiving input and feedback from nearly all the parents whose children attended my daycare. On paper, it started to become clear to me what methods were effective and worked time and time again for families. 2 years and one more child later, all of my findings had been turned into what I believe is the only effective method in existence to quickly potty training any child in as little as 3 days. It wasn't until I started giving out copies to all the parents whose children attended my daycare I knew I was on to something big. The next week, parents started approaching me out of the blue, asking, how can I quickly and easily potty train my child? I would kindly give a copy of the guide along with my business card clipped to the top left-hand corner to anyone who asked. I would say over 127 mothers and fathers had come to my daycare that month alone just for a copy of the potty training guide that I'd spent so much time creating. When I would walk into my office in the morning, there'd be a minimum of 37 messages on my answering machine waiting there for me. I was getting phone calls from people either thanking me for helping them train their child in under a week, or who heard about my guide from a friend or family member and wanted to know how they could get their hands on a copy. Listening to these messages quickly became a daily part of my routine and would take almost 45 minutes out of my workday. People started to call me an expert potty trainer, and I was flattered, but it was something I definitely never asked for or planned on when setting out to create my personal guide. Sometimes I wished it would even go away, as there were people who would seek out my personal phone number and insist on calling me at home. I don't know about you, but running around the house after children is hard enough on its own without constantly running towards or being on the phone. One day, an old friend showed up at my doorstep for a visit unexpectedly. As we sat down for a cup of coffee, she asked, "What's new?" I continued on to tell her about how I stumbled upon a method to potty training children that is so effective, I was starting to get phone calls from all over telling me they heard about it and wanted a copy. That's when my old friend inwardly smiled and said to me, Why don't you make it available on the internet? I thought, what an amazing idea. It can be made instantly available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and to anyone, anywhere in the world who needed a proven, guaranteed potty training guide. So that's when I decided to make my guide available online. And thanks to the internet, I packaged my potty training method as a video, book, and audio course that you can instantly access right from the privacy and comfort of your home. This course will save you all the frustration, pain, and embarrassment you face by not following a proven plan. I had to learn the hard way, but you don't. Inside my guide, I reveal the 6 crucial building blocks you need to take your child through if you want to see results in as little as 3 days. Building block number 1 deals with readying your child for potty training. Even if they currently show no interest in being potty trained, I'm going to give you some of my all-time best tips that'll have your child counting down the days until they get to officially use their potty. Building block number 2 shows exactly everything you need to prepare for well in advance of actually starting the potty training process. Many parents move forward with potty training almost immediately and do so completely unprepared. After you read this chapter, you'll be ready for everything potty training throws at you and have an unshakable confidence that this is it, the day your child is out of diapers for good. Building block number 3 discusses how the first day of potty training is the most crucial and how it sets the tone of the following 2 days to come. I take you by the hand every step of the way, all day long, showing you the exact blueprint you need to follow for success. Building block number 4 is nearly left out of every other potty training guide on the market. One of the most challenging obstacles when potty training is attempting to do so throughout the night. I have perfected a nighttime potty training approach that has never been thought of by any other, and all but guarantees your child will not only stay completely dry all night long, but actually get out of bed and use the potty on their own each night they have to go. Building block number 5 takes you over the final 2 days as I give away the mandatory motivational tactics that'll have your child running to the potty on their own each and every time they have to go. Using just 2 or 3 of the methods I give to you in this section will make things click in your child's mind halfway through the second day. With building block number 6, you must pay very close attention to this section of my guide, as it'll save you from tears, frustration, and loads of aggression. Nothing is worse than making tremendous progress when potty training your child, only to have them fully regress and yell and scream for their diaper back. I'm going to reveal seemingly simple methods nearly no parent knows about that stops any chance of your child possibly regressing. This works like a miracle for even the world's most stubborn child. Now I know what you're thinking. It all sounds amazing, but will this guide really work for me? Over 263,000 people in 154 countries have already used my program successfully over the past 4 years. And I've used the feedback from all of those people to refine the program into the current updated version made available today, which is more powerful than ever. As a matter of fact, I'd used my database of parent zip codes to plot a map of all of my readers in the U.S. alone. Keep in mind this is only a map of my U.S.-based readers, since the address data for all of my international readers couldn't be plotted by the map software. As you can see, this map displays all of the readers of the Start Potty Training program in the U.S. alone. All total, I've had over 263,000 users in 154 countries to date. Not only that, but the Start Potty Training program has one of the highest satisfaction rates in the entire industry. 97.4% of Start Potty Training readers are satisfied with the program, while only 2.6% had to retry the program a few weeks later. I'll talk more about these stats shortly. These reader satisfaction statistics prove that if you apply the info in my program, you will get results, plain and simple. Here's what parents are saying about the Start Potty Training program. Sarah wrote to me from Austin, Texas to say, I was concerned that using this site would not work, and my husband was very skeptical that a book could help with potty training. It took only 1 day before it truly clicked, and we are on our 3rd dry day and night. People can't believe when I tell them that at 23 months he's in underwear day and night, no pull-ups, and is dry. Thanks a lot, Carol. Gail from Toronto, Canada, emailed me shortly after using my program to say, I can't find the right words to thank you. I was starting to think that I would be changing my daughter's diapers forever. I thought I was surely going to have to homeschool her because she wasn't going to be potty trained in time. I've spent so much money on one-day potty training ideas, potty dolls, and even another potty training book. All those things were a waste of time. We started potty training first thing Saturday morning. I did want to cry because it was lots of work, but after a couple of hours, she was understanding me and enjoying the process. The first night, she did have a pee accident, but on Sunday morning, things just started working. Tori just started going and hasn't had an accident since. I still can't believe it. I won't lie and say that it was fun for me. I would rather have spent my weekend hanging out with my girlfriends, but the time spent was well worth it. I will forever be grateful to you. I've been telling all my friends about your website. God bless you, your family, and your business. This testimonial was sent to me recently from Kimberly out of Honolulu and made me grin from ear to ear. Kimberly wrote, I never told anyone this, but I've had a few good tears roll down my face the past few weeks after attempting to potty train my youngest daughter, Megan, who is now 28 months old. If I had just come across your site even a week ago, I would have saved myself from countless accidents that have now made my car almost unbearable to be in, even with all the windows down. I grabbed your guide, but with such a bad few weeks before, I went slowly with your methods and was even still blown away by how fast it all worked. And when I say it worked, I mean fully trained, with not a single accident, even at night. I'm glad I took the leap of faith and gave your guide a chance. Parents are seriously loving the Start Potty Training method, and I truly want the next testimonial I receive to be from you. Now, to make this an even sweeter deal for you and to remove any last bit of doubt that you're feeling, I've included 3 incredible top-notch products and services as a bonus with this package. However, this deal will only last for a very limited time. So if you order today, you'll also receive these 3 additional free bonuses valued at $406.95. Free bonus number 1. This guide comes with free reward charts and certificates. This is a fun way for you and your child to track their progress. Using charts with different cartoon characters, your child will become motivated to quickly complete their chart. When the chart has been all filled up with check marks or their favorite stickers, you can then simply print out their own customized Big Kids certificate that they can display proudly in their bedroom or washroom. This is a $29.95 value, but yours absolutely free today to say thank you for using my Start Potty Training guide. Free bonus number 2. This guide comes with my personal one-on-one coaching free of charge. Normally, I charge $175 per hour for my help. You don't pay a single cent. There are always going to be some parents with somewhat unique circumstances when it comes to potty training their child, which is why I'm offering you my personal undivided attention. Simply email me your unique questions and they shall be promptly answered by me personally. Because there are only so many hours in the day and my time is very limited as it is, I'm only going to make this free bonus available for a very short period of time. Get my guide right now and you are guaranteed a spot in my free coaching program. Wait until tomorrow and you could be too late. Once this free coaching program fills up, there will be absolutely no exceptions and the doors will be closed forever. So be sure to act today if you want this free bonus. Free bonus number 3, How to Raise Great Kids. Sold separately for $27, you get it free. Although parenting is a huge responsibility, it truly is one of the